men who posed as DTE workers and killed a jewelry store owner in his own home are sentenced to life in prison. I'm Brandon Hudson. These strong words the judge had for Joshua Zuazo and Carlos Hernandez.
Freezing out here right now, but a little girl walking to school with no hat, no gloves, no boots. But this guy escorts her to school. Why? Go away. We'll find out why. Come on.
And we're also tracking more snow. It's just a little further west of us right now into portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. We'll have timing on this and show you just how much snow we'll see in the forecast coming up.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop Raj. A busy night tonight. We'll get to that weather alert in just a second. But first, breaking news from Kentucky. There's been a shooting at Kentucky State University. You're looking live pictures right now at the campus. It's on lockdown right now, so you're not going to see a lot of activity right on the doorways there or the windows because everything is under lockdown. We're told one person has been killed, another critically hurt. A suspect has also been arrested. We're monitoring this developing story, and we'll bring you more details as we get them right here on Fox 2. Well, 2 rounds of snow moving into Metro Detroit. The first left roads a mess this morning. I don't know if you hit this, but it was pretty bad. Drivers taking it slow, but conditions were pretty slick. Just take a look at this. The Fox 2 weather beast was traveling on 696 in Oakland County when it caught a spin out right there. Boom, on camera. It looks like the driver was able to get control of the pickup truck and pull over, but it is a reminder to drive carefully, especially because there's more snow headed our way. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead is tracking the next system in step. If people are waiting for someone to come home from work, we're not talking about now, but later.
Yes, later on tonight. So I think if you're watching right now, maybe you're streaming us while you're at work. I don't think you're going to run into any issues on your way home. It's later on tonight if you're a late worker. This second clipper system right now is in portions of Minnesota and, like we mentioned before, Wisconsin. There's that first system that impacted us earlier this morning. You notice this one's a little bit bigger. We're also seeing a mixed bag of precip with that too. So we're seeing some snow, rain, also a little bit of sleet too with this next system. We have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings in portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin, but we also have winter weather advisories for us here locally for one county in our viewing area, and that's St. Clair County. That goes until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So nothing for us across southeast Michigan with the exception of St. Clair County. Now, we're all anticipating seeing widespread snow. Notice timing on this, though. Doesn't arrive until 10 o'clock later on tonight. This is closer to midnight, so widespread snow. There could be some moderate to heavier bands of snow embedded in this overnight. This is by 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, still looking at steady snow. Now, once we get closer to 6 o'clock, the freezing line lifts, pretty much riding along I-69. So if you're north of I-69 in Genesee, Lapeer County, St. Clair County, Sanilac County, you're still seeing primarily snow at this point, and then mainly rain just south of I-69. So pretty much the rest of the counties here, Lenawee, Monroe, Wayne, Washtenaw, Livingston County, even parts of Oakland and Macomb County. Now, as temperatures begin to fall early afternoon, we'll see a transition back over to snow, and then we're dry once we hit about 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, in addition to the inch we saw earlier this morning, I think a lot of us in the realm of 2 to 3 inches, areas that are in the advisory pretty much all day tomorrow, an additional 3 to 5 inches. We'll have additional timing on this system and then show you where temps are headed after that as well in the forecast coming up in the next 10 minutes. Roop, over to you.
All right, as this thing develops, we'll keep checking in with Stephanie throughout the evening here, so keep it locked in right here. Fox News' Lauren Edwards is on the roads right now checking conditions for your drive home. Lauren, have the streets gotten any better since this morning?
Roop, I can tell you they absolutely have. We're heading southbound on Southfield Freeway, and I just want you to get a good look at these roads because they are, for the most part, clear. A lot of cars just driving 50 miles an hour, which has been good, but I will tell you there are spots where it looks glossy, and it makes you wonder if it's just a wet pavement or if it's icy. So we're going to continue to stay out here. Please, if you're going home, please drive slow no matter what. We're going to be out on these roads just checking them out during your commute. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. And we're just going to continue to look and keep our eyes on the road and let you know if we come across any serious weather. Reporting live from the Weather Beast, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Lauren, a reminder, you've been covering the news for a long time. You talk to state police and they'll tell you that even if you were going a little bit like the speed limit or a little above and you end up causing an accident, they can get you for even going the speed limit because you got to factor in the weather when you're driving in this stuff.
Roop, I'm so glad you said that. Earlier today I was driving around and I was only going 20, maybe even 10, and I fishtailed. So I just let folks know you have to drive slow. Give yourself 30 to 40 minutes to get to your destination. Keep both hands on the wheel. I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's exactly what you have to do.
That's the calm before the next snow coming up later tonight. We'll be watching it carefully. Lauren Edwards for us live tonight. Thank you. Well, it's sentencing day for the two men who killed a Rochester Hills man while posing as DTE workers. Both will spend life in prison without the possibility of parole. Let's get live to Fox News' Brandon Hudson. He's in our studio now with more what happened in court today. Brandon.
Yes, Roop, this was the moment right here that Judge Yasmin Poles had some strong words for both Joshua Zuazo and Carlos Hernandez, the two men sentenced to life in prison without parole. Listen to this.
Hope whatever those last words he said to you, or whatever that last moment that he looked at you, haunts you for the rest of your life. Because you see, one breath of Mr. Murray's life doesn't amount to 1 ounce of your dignity or worth. He was a loyal man. He was a hard-working man. How dare you?
It was very well planned.
A jury convicted Joshua Zuazo and Carlos Hernandez for killing Hussein Murray inside Murray's Rochester Hills home. That's back in October 2024. Both men dressed up as DTE workers and went to Murray's home claiming they needed to check his gas. Well, once they got in the house, they killed Murray in his basement. Then they tied up his wife. So after some brief time on the run, investigators caught both men. Murray's sons read impact statements in court today. He was very emotional before speaking outside of the courtroom.
It closes the chapter in this saga, but it certainly doesn't close the wound, and I don't know that that wound is ever going to close.
There's a gaping hole in our hearts that will never be filled, will never be closed. My dad was larger than life, and it's a presence that you cannot replace or you cannot even attempt to fill. So that's something that we're going to have to live with for the rest of our lives.
You can tell how the way both sons speak, they really do miss their dad. Both Zuazo and Hernandez, they can appeal. In our next hour, you're going to hear from Hussein Murray's widow about enduring this life-changing ordeal. Root?
Yeah, and I know you'll be hearing more about that, but it reminds me when I first saw her on the stand, how terrible of a day that was to have this brutally happen to her husband while she herself was victimized that night. Yeah, this is one thing you never forget, and you always talk about, when you have a break-in happen in your home, even if it's not violent, you talk about stealing someone's security. Yeah. This is talking about really robbing someone of their life. Sure. Someone who's their life partner, been there for their life. They've been there for, seeing Hussein Murray grow his jewelry business, and then all of a sudden it goes away like that. And then also, this was a very terrifying moment for the community as they look to find both of these men. But yeah, like I said, we'll get a little bit more into the trauma that came with this coming up. We're thinking about the Hussein family here tonight. Brandon Hudson for us live tonight. Thank you.
I got you. I can't walk. I know. We're going to pick you up. Thank you. Just stay where you're at, man. Thank you.
You just hear her saying thank you, thank you, thank you. First responders in Sterling Heights pulling a woman out of her car as it burst into flames. This happened last night near 18 Mile and Van Dyke. Officers responding to the crash to find her trapped inside with a broken leg. With the fire getting worse and more intense, officers and bystanders jumped into action, pulling the woman out and carrying her to safety. She was hospitalized, and the officers' courageous actions likely saved her life. More from Sterling Heights Police on their response coming up tonight on the news at 6. A Detroit man finds a young girl walking alone to school in the cold. She had no hat, gloves, or shoes. Fox News' Charlie Lanton spoke with a Good Samaritan that stepped in to help.
Joshua Threat, 36 years old, here in, this is in the LaSalle Garden area, kind of the south part of Detroit, a little bit near Boston Edison, right? Yeah. You were just here yesterday. Let's go across the street. Who did you see here across the street?
I think the little girl walking. 6 years old. Yeah. Pretty cold yesterday. She was walking with no hat, no gloves.
It's so cold, man. Whose daughter is this, bro?
Did you know who she was?
No, not at all.
Don't know her name?
Not at all. She told me her name, but like I say, I was so distraught at the moment, it didn't stick to me.
And it's freezing yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
Nigga got this little precious little girl just out here walking by herself, bro. I ain't want to put her in my truck, bro. So I got out and walked with her, man.
Why'd you videotape it?
To cover myself.
Why?
I wasn't trying to go viral or nothing. That definitely wasn't the case. I went live to cover myself.
She probably scared because she was walking for about 10 blocks.
Where's your sister?
She probably scared. So many people just pulled up on that little girl. I'm so happy I saved her.
Thank you, baby.
What's your message to the parents that have this little girl, 6 years old she was?
Yeah, I'm 6.
Walking to school a long ways.
I'm not trying to, I don't want to I'm not bashing the parents or nothing, but at these times of days in this world, we can't let things like that happen, you know? We gotta step it up a little bit more. You know?
Thank you. You safe now, okay?
Joshua Threat, you're gonna remember this guy's name, I have a feeling. Thank you for what you did.
No problem.
I don't even know who this girl is. Incredible. In Detroit, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
A Metro Detroit woman on a mission to bring healing to Highland Park, now even closer to making her dream a reality. We'll show you what's happening next with the project from Avalon Village coming up. And we are just weeks away from the Detroit Auto Show, Racing Day, and all the events and experiences that come with it. Our preview of all the action after the break.
It is Gleaners Double Your Donation Day today. Coming up, I'll have an interview talking about the impact, and it's big, that you can make today. Today is such a special day because you can make double the impact in your community. It is Gleaners Double Your Donation Day, all thanks to the help of Gleaners, of course, and Kroger. I've got Kristen Sokol here. So good to see you. Today is super, super important. Talk about this great need in our community to help feed hungry families.
The holiday season is always a more challenging time for families, and this year, I mean, there's been so much uncertainty. And when we're in this season, so many of our fondest memories, our most cherished traditions are around the table in that meal that we share. So making sure that we can take that worry of hunger off the table is something that Gleaners with our friends at Kroger, we are committed to doing.
And you will do it. with the help of our Fox 2 viewers. $1 equals 6 meals today. Where does all of that money go?
The money that we make today helps families right in this moment. Trucks going out today, tomorrow, and into the new year when it's still really cold and families need us. And those dollars buy things like lean protein, whole grains, fresh produce, and enough milk each year to overfill an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Oh my goodness.
So plenty of kids having milk with breakfast so that they can go back to school after the holiday ready to learn.
And that's what we want, because when kids are not fed correctly and with nourishment, it is hard for them to learn during the school year, isn't it?
It is harder to learn. I mean, I can't operate when my tummy is rumbling, and so expecting little kids to be able to pay attention when they go back to school after the break, you've already had all of this time at home, coming back into the rhythm of it. We want to make sure that even when they go back in January, that those bellies are full, they can pay attention, learn all of the things, and continue doing what they need to do the rest of the year.
Kristen, you guys are making such an impact. That's why I love Gleaners Double Your Donation Day, because with the help of all of you watching, we can make such a big difference in our community. You can donate right now, gcfb.org. And Taylor at Gleaners.